All right, guys, so I found this video of a little situation at the ballpark from a few days ago that's super cringy. You can see it says, kid steals home run ball from the cycle and throws it back. So basically the situation is the player that hit this home run actually ended up hitting for the cycle in this game, and I'm going to play the video of what happened. This little girl basically being egged on by the crowd to go just rip the home run ball out of this dude's hands and then throw it back. And I don't know, it's just pretty crazy. I'm going to give my opinion of it, but you can take a look at it.
Get the ball! Right there, right there, right there! Take the ball! You don't want the ball in me! I want to get the ball! Be a man! Take the ball!
So yeah, listen, if I get like a Mike Zunino foul ball and a little kid wants it, I'm perfectly fine with giving it up to him, but I just think that is, I mean, who is that kid's parents? I mean, it's just horrible etiquette. And then if you're the dude, you're in a complete no-win situation. If you give the ball up, you know, the player that hit you the home run ends up hitting for the cycle. This fan, if he would have kept the ball, would have very likely had gotten something from the Marlins, whether it's an autograph or whatever. Look, I understand you get a foul ball, you want to give it to a kid, it's the right thing to do, I get it. But in that situation, if someone catches a home run ball, you can't have children just rip it out of their hands. It's just, I mean, what's going on right now? And then you can see in the comments, this made me angry. I could only imagine him subsequently hitting for the cycle made this worse. And then the actual poster was the person that had the ball get ripped out of their hands. So this is the dude, and he says, yeah, it was brutal, especially with it being Miami's first in the history of the Marlins franchise. Nah, props to you. I definitely would have lost my cool. Yeah, unfortunately. Honestly, I really don't think any normal person would have lost their cool. Pretty much all of us, if we caught a home run ball and a little girl like tried to rip it from our hands, I'm guessing most of us would just let her do it. I mean, what are you going to do? You look like a horrible person if you try and like keep the ball. It's just a terrible situation. Again, who is that girl's parents? Can't tell from the video, but is that just some random girl taking it from the dude who had the ball, or are they related? The guy didn't seem too happy that the adults were telling the kids to take the ball away. I'm the guy who had the ball. I don't know them. The girl just came up to me and grabbed it from my hands. Holy shit, OP. I truly hope MLB or ESPN sees this and makes it right. Yeah, so this is just, I mean, the girl doesn't even know the dude, and the fans egging them on, and again, it's just a no-win situation, and I understand if it's like a foul ball or something, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm not someone that's really obsessed with keeping, baseballs. I don't go to many games, but if it was like Aaron Judge or something, I mean, I'm not giving that up, let's be honest about it. But look, either way, it's a terrible situation, and other people were saying that this happens more often. This shit is maddening. I see this way too much where kids come up and demand a baseball someone else caught. It even happened to me. I was at a Red Sox-Angels day game at Angels Stadium. I was the only person in a Sox jersey in my area. Rafael Devers threw me a ball between innings, and instantly I have a kid come up to me from 10 rows back with his hand out. Like, WTF is that? I'm forced to give him the ball because for some reason people will harass you if you don't. Yeah, so I don't even know what that... So you've got kids who aren't even in the same row as you coming down and demanding baseballs. I mean, these kids seem pretty spoiled at this point, but that was definitely a situation. And then I also wanted to discuss two other things when it comes to the MLB. You know, the pace of play, 90% of people are happy about the MLB getting way faster. I think it basically saved the MLB. Game times are down to virtually 2.5 hours, which is roughly the same as NBA games, and it makes complete sense. The MLB, there's 162 games in a season. You don't need every game taking 3 or 3.5 hours. It just gets to be too much. In this day and age where kids want to see something every 3 seconds, they have such short attention spans because they're getting iPhones when they're 9 or 10 years old. This was the right move by the MLB. The one change that I would make when it comes to the recent moves the MLB's made in shortening the game and making it go faster, I think because the games are going way faster, in the 10th inning, there should be no ghost runner. In the 11th inning, you can have it, but you at least have to play one normal inning, kind of like how they do in hockey. Right after the third period, they go to a quick 5-minute overtime to at least give teams a chance before they go to the shootout, which some NHL fans like, some hate it. It's very similar to like the ghost runner. They're just trying to speed the game along, make more action. But personally, I don't like the ghost runner. I think it's dumb. Like when I'm rooting for a team, let's say it's the top of the 10th inning, we're tied at 3, my team scores a run because of the ghost runner. I mean, can you even be happy about that? It's just like, I just think it's stupid, it's fake. This is not Major League Baseball in my opinion, but I understand they need to do it. Personally, if I had it my way, I wouldn't start the ghost runner until probably the 12th inning, and the only reason I would use a ghost runner is so the bullpens don't get crazy burned out and you're not playing a 15 or 16 inning game. With the MLB shortening games by basically half an hour, I would like to at least see in the 10th inning play it completely normal, just like the NHL does with the 5-minute overtime period, and then if no one scores in the 10th, you can go to the ghost runner in the 11th. That's got to be the best compromise. And then, of course, it is funny how the players fully support the ghost runner. They sit there and they say, oh, we love the sport, we love playing baseball, until, oh, you know what, we get to play less baseball, let's support that, because we all know it's all about the money. And then here's a situation, beer can thrown at Tigers bullpen at the new Rogers Center because they've got the new bullpens with the fans right up against the action. The Tigers bullpen tried to eject the fan. So you can see the beer can right kind of about 6 or 7 feet from the Tigers bullpen pitchers and catchers. And yeah, this is like a new feature of the Rogers Center. You're very close. I actually think the bullpens were pretty close to the fans, but now it's like right up against it. So they're trying to work through that. And that is definitely something we've seen more and more of when it comes to stadium renovations. I know T-Mobile Park in Seattle, they renovated their bullpens like 5 or 6 years ago, and the fans are right up against it. Same thing with Progressive Field back in like 2015. They completely changed their bullpens. Now you're basically eye level with the players, and it does seem to be causing a few problems. And then this is just something that I'm so annoyed with. I have to talk about it just really quickly. So if you guys don't know, last year, the MLB started doing this on Sundays. You know, normally we're used to the games starting at 1:05 and 1:10. You know, really good start time for a Sunday. Well, they've added on this crappy streaming, whatever it is, game. And now, basically, all the MLB games on Sunday don't start till 1:35 or 1:40 except for one. And it's just so stupid. It is a horrible move. I don't know, like, it's just, why? It's Sunday, it's getaway day. Let's start the games right at 1 o'clock. I know I'm nitpicking, but it's just something that I get so annoyed with seeing. It was so annoying last year, and then they still have that deal with these streaming services or whatever. I mean, personally, like, the deal with Apple TV, man, that, like, no one is watching that. I would love to see the ratings on an Apple TV game. Like, who is watching those games? That makes it smart to... I mean, I guess they're getting a lot of money, you know, from the streaming companies to do it and to make the game streaming only, but it is just so annoying, and I really wish they just switched it back to the Sunday games starting at like 1:05 and 1:10 when they normally should instead of pushing them back. I don't know, that's just a kind of a nitpick thing overall, but I did just kind of want to talk about that situation that happened. It was in Philadelphia where the fans basically egged the girl. where the fans basically egged on the little girl to rip the ball out of the dude's hands. And if you're the dude, you really can't do anything except let it happen. I mean, you look like a horrible person either way. And I mean, it's just like, this is just horrible etiquette. I mean, what's going on here? But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.